From Jersey too. That's the homie, man.
That new lettering style is just all over the place, like kind of like that ADEC type of.
Yeah.
Like,
Buddy,
That's the look.
blast off now.
Oh,
I'm
man,
ready.
should I wear my glasses too?
Yeah, buddy. Real AKA shit going on right now.
I with my Cardi.
Right, I left them in the club.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the gooch.
Oh, there you go.
So,
There you go. Okay.
do a quick clap, and you can start whenever you're ready.
Come on by and welcome to the Super P Podcast. This is episode 16. We're almost finished with season 2. GK, welcome back.
hey,
How you doing? Are you okay, buddy?
yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. As you know, last episode, GK walked out. Exit stage left.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything about last episode?
I mean, the opportunity to really like say something about it
Yeah.
was last week when he was here.
Mm-hmm.
So, have him back and we can talk about
Yeah.
it.
So we'll invite him back and we'll get it popping again.
Yeah.
So, yes, we have 3 guests. 2 of the guys I know for a long time. One I just met. CENT,
What's up, guys?
how you doing, buddy?
Thank you for having me.
And introduce your other guy here.
We got my boy Husky. That's his tag name.
Right.
Yeah, Crafton. Check
You know, everybody calls him Jay also.
Right.
That's my right-hand man in the DRS Collective,
Mm-hmm.
which is a group of just everybody, artists, musicians, right?
Yeah,
DJs.
artists, musicians, DJs. Talent. All talented people.
Mm-hmm. And where are you guys based out of?
Newark, New Jersey,
Okay.
Brick City.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're gonna get to you in a real second, but I also have my guy for a long time, Mr. Don D.
Yes. Thank you, Paulo, for having me.
Yes, welcome to the podcast. You're a very lucky man. You came to watch the podcast, and now you're on the podcast.
There
So,
you go. That's how things work.
you know,
Who knows?
so tell them what you do real quick.
Well, I'm an all-around guy. Managing artists, doing art shows, doing events, jeweler, actor, musician, whatever you want to call it. I'll fit everything.
Yeah, I was just with you a couple weeks ago when we was with Stash and Lev from Toy Tokyo,
Yes, that's
and I was
stomping
telling
grounds.
GK about that. He wasn't
Yeah.
impressed. He was like, oh, well, you know.
Well, you got to remember, it's my old school general right there. So some generals don't care about the other general.
I mean, it's
They
not
rather
about.
stay in their own scene. You don't like
It's
that
not
guy?
about not being. It's just like Stash's stuff. Like whenever they need like a graffiti writer, like the stereotypical graffiti writer, it's like vanilla. Like Stash is the vanilla graffiti writer that does all the corporate looking stuff that all looks the same. It's the way I feel about it. But it's my opinion,
Right.
not anyone else's.
GK is very opinionated, so
All right. I was going to. Do you want me to feed off of that, or do you want me to keep it right?
No, you can.
Well, this is what I feel.
we got time.
This is what I feel personally. Everybody knows it is corporate now when it comes to art. Everybody knows that. It's not no more of you just going up on the building, tagging it up as your freestyle as it is right now, because at the end of the day now, the builder's paying you, or Nike's paying you, or Adidas, all these companies that ads, commercials are paying you to do what you used to do just for free, for fun, to get your name out there. So yes, you're right, it is corporate now. But then sometimes when you say everything is repeating itself, like there's some artists who wants to move away from that, but the fans and everybody keep pulling them right back to the same artwork that they've been doing before, where they've been trying to get away from. So I think it goes both ways.
Yeah. I guess, there's like probably a struggle there that I don't know about because I don't really know him. Maybe I just discount it because I don't know him.
I feel you.
So,
I mean, we all can learn from each other. That's what I feel. We gonna hang out. We gonna chill. We gonna make it happen. That's because you his mans. I got you.
That's a fact. So CENT, you do a whole lot of things. So
I try, man.
you
know,
can start from the top, and we can just knock
can I
them out.
start?
Just knock 'em out.
Started as a graffiti writer,
Yes.
89. No teachers, no mentors. Just picked up a marker and started writing away. Locally in Jersey, Kearney, Newark area. And I pretty much stuck around there. I didn't really expand until later in life, in the late 90s. Dabbed into the music business. Promoted for Peter Gation and Spotlight Entertainment, the Tunnel, Limelight, all his spots.
Right.
Went into Warlock. They had a subdivision where we put out Trick Daddy. He was their first artist, and my first artist I started promoting. And then I hopped around. The director for Warlock was Gaze. I don't know if you guys remember Gaze, Gaze.
Yeah,
He's a graffiti
He
writer, right?
did
Yeah, I
all
remember.
the shapes, and you know, he was like he was the first guy to do like the splats, and you know, he did little characters in his letters. He was very dope.
Yeah, he was.
And he didn't expose himself as a writer like 2 or 3 weeks deep when I started working. He was just my boss. And went to Raucous, and then eventually to Fat Beats, where I was there for 7 years.
you were there for a while.
Yeah. At the store for 4 years, and then at the warehouse, where I worked at the warehouse, and you know, also listened in with the A&R, you know, the sessions and the meetings and whatnot.
Well, can I ask a question about Fat Beats? Why did it go out of business? Because I think they were making money, right?
Oh yeah, the biggest one of the biggest independent distributors in the world, and definitely on the East Coast. We were records. We did records. We did vinyl. That was our main focus. We graduated to CDs, but then, you know, Napster came, and who was buying, you know, physical forms? It was all downloadable for free, and you know, really the internet killed.
So it kind of like killed the
That's
killed the
crazy.
business.
Yeah, internet killed a lot of business.
Yeah.
And it changed a lot of things with the culture and everything.
I mean, for the better and for the worse. You know,
Pros and cons.
I think the way during our years, when we came up, it was all about paying dues.
Right.
You know, it was all street shit. It wasn't. We didn't have the fucking DMs. We didn't have the, you know, like email me. None of that shit. It was like if you weren't there, you were out in the streets, marketing yourself, mingling. Then you're not getting shit done.
I try to tell people Manhattan, like, it was the internet before
sure.
the internet.
I
If
agree
you
with
want to
that.
be plugged in, you had to be out there and
Yeah,
just
show
be
your
a part
face.
of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I 1000% agree.
And you know what? I still feel that way.
I
You know, it's all cool, but I'm a people person. You know, like I like conducting business in person, and you know, like, let's have a meeting. You know, and or let's catch up because you know it's more personal. You know,
Right.
it's the internet is impersonal. You know, you can't see people's reactions, and you know, that whole deal is very important.
Yeah, because go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's no inflection in text, like vocal inflection, like being able to express your emotion through typed word, you know?
Absolutely, it gets lost in translation.
Yeah, so a lot of people, you know, you can read things however you want them. A lot of people,
Get offended.
yeah, of course. You know, that goes
Obviously.
with it. You're right, it's impersonal, for sure.
So while I was doing the music business, I kind of stepped away from graph, but I never left it because when we're handing out flyers and, you know, promoting for these clubs, I'm still out there in the streets. And I'm always catching a tag or two. But I kind of left it in the back seat. And I came back to graph in the late 90s again. And then I had my partner, Co. We went strong for a good 9 years. And then here and there, I started developing other little bombing partners for a little while. Until now.
Coastal Pants, right?
Well, we're probably thinking of a different Co. There's a Co in Bronx. There's a Co in Jersey City, KOE. And there's my boy Co, COE.
That's what I'm talking about,
PFE,
COE. Yeah,
yeah.
I still see it around. Yeah.
Here and there, he comes out once in a blue moon. He just painted a little small fence in Jersey City. There was a mural fest. What was it called?
Oh, that was just like last weekend or something.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the one that Ron English and all was a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good
Yeah,
friend. of
Lamar
ours.
Supreme, everybody's out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of
More
shit.
Supreme did some
Yeah.
stuff.
A lot of shit's popping out in Jersey, man. Like we're starting doing this mural fest, things in Newark, like more opportunities. The whole scene is growing. The graph scene is huge down in Newark, almost to the point that it's dangerous to even do anything there.
Really?
Yeah, it's hot right now. I like they have a very vendetta against the vandals right now.
So is it like the cops are just more sensitive to like seeing it? Like if people are doing it, then they just
No, I think because of the pandemic,
Yeah.
and like a lot of the bombers like came out and like destroyed everything, even in New York. The news was saying that it looks like the 80s.
Yeah,
like, from
'cause-
back in the day,
'cause
even
I
the
mean-
trains were getting hit.
yeah. Because even like in New York, I think it's like as you said. I think it's the opposite. I think like when the pandemic would hit, the cops were very lax and
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm
yeah.
saying that's the
It was
reason
really,
why
it was
now,
like it was the Wild Wild West,
yeah,
man.
bombing like
Yeah.
crazy, like
But
everywhere.
that's what I'm saying. Now
Yeah.
that we're back to like kind of like
Yeah, so
normal,
they getting
the
back.
cops wants to just basically pin everybody there, which is part of something.
So,
especially in North.
so are they trying to catch people just on shit that they did already, or they just
No, shit they
waiting
did.
for you?
Oh yeah, they're,
Cut trends.
they're building cases too, and shit like that.
Yeah, we had a few friends that had like warrants to their houses.
Really?
Yeah, like for graph.
Yeah, recently.
Because they either
They
hit
getting
like,
like that again?
yeah, like at least in New
Yo,
York it
real
is right
deal.
now.
It's like they're trying to make an example out of people now. Especially in Jersey and Newark.
Because I remember in the 80s and 90s, that was like regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? People getting stuff sent to their house or
Yeah.
they, asking people about you. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they run up on you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
just gotta be
Run your
careful.
books, run everything.
Here.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about last week how like everyone kind of got with the graffiti stuff. Everybody got loose because the cops weren't really bothering you. There's so much shit going on, and now that things are kind of getting back to normal. I mean, I'm talking about, I guess, myself. Like, I'm still moving the same way. Like the fucking pandemic. Like, I'll take out my marker or whatever, wherever, and write on whatever the fuck I want, and just keep on moving.
Anytime, keep it moving. Boom.
But things are changing. Things are starting to go back to normal now, and you're more liable to get stopped. You got to move different. You got to like go back to looking both ways and all that
stealth.
other fucking shit. Right?
Not only that,
We
we
got
gotta be
spoiled,
careful
bro. We
with
got
the.
spoiled with that
Get
shit.
spoiled.
We gotta be careful with that whole Instagram shit. You got a lot of people.
Yeah, and I
just
see,
letting
yeah, you can't be telling on yourself.
Yeah, like your whole internet. I'm saying whole internet shit is just stupid. Like you can
that's
show
like
your
the
face, you can
biggest
have
thing.
3 different pages and do this and that. But like if they want you. They want your IP address is
Exactly.
connected to your thing. Like,
I tell everybody that, bro. Like, you need to
Social
have
media get you
Yeah, get
caught up for everything.
for your
Exactly.
girl, for graph, for
everything.
cars, for
Everything.
everything.
I always,
Yeah.
I always
person that
tell
move-
people,
Snitching yourself on that shit.
listen, if you moving like that, you need to not be. You can have an Instagram, but none of that shit need to be on your Instagram.
Exactly.
The
I only post
temptation-
like the murals that I
Yeah.
That's
That's
mostly
smart, you know
legal
what I'm saying?
walls. Anything else,
There's
That's
like-
what you're supposed to do because that's what's paying you
Yeah,
as a
but
market.
some people they want to post everything. They want to post that they taking a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
Well,
you
I
know,
mean,
like-
it's more than that. Like people, let's say you do a filming on a gate, right? You take a picture of it, you put it on Instagram. Chances are more people are gonna see that picture over than actually seeing the gate in person.
yeah,
So it's like you're maximizing your
but
Unless you're lucky enough to have.
advertising.
But to me, that doesn't matter because that guy is home. Like he's being safe in his 4 walls. If you want to see something, you should go outside.
That's a good point.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
I
can
agree
like
with
it.
you,
I was
but-
like, but you should go outside and look at what I just did.
Right.
Don't just like
we
it.
have these photographers taking the pictures, reposting our shit. I gotta admit, man. If it wasn't for the photographers and these girls taking pictures, modeling pictures in front of my shit, some of my shit wouldn't go around.
I mean, Shamflint, right? What was his name? Henry Shamflint, the guy that did like the Subway
Yeah.
art book. Like he got famous just off of taking pictures of other people's work and publishing
Yeah.
them.
And what's the other lady? The one that
Yeah.
Martha. Is it Martha?
And Martha Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they worked together on
Yeah.
some things. Yeah, both of them. They got really famous for just taking pictures of other people's
And that's
work
crazy.
and posting them.
That's not even their work.
That's not
They
even
just
their work.
Publishing it.
I mean, I
Right,
personally
bro,
don't
the
know.
documentation is very important, man. I think as I gotten older, documenting is essential, man. Like who's
Right.
gonna remember? Who's gonna carry your legacy, guys? You know what I'm saying? If you don't document yourselves,
See, I agree with you 100%. But then it got this backlash from that too. Because the problem is that I did with Toy Tokyo. We used to have an art gallery. We did the subway trains art show.
I was there for that.
So then
Yeah,
I
dope,
probably
very
met
dope.
you years ago when I was little. The owner of that shop was like my pops.
Okay.
So we did the whole all city trains. Cars was there. Futura, everybody there.
What
These
up,
people I
Lev?
know. Lev, love you, man. So what happened was there was times Martha would get in trouble, and what's his name from Wild Style? The director.
Hearn or I forget his name.
Ernie's, man, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know, when you think about them, you can't
Yeah,
say
brown
their name.
hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of them would get backlash because they will say they're living
Capitalizing
off
the
of y'all
culture.
guys' work and y'all
But
culture.
if it wasn't for them, who's going to expose the
And
world to it,
There
man?
you go. And that's what I agree with. And that's what I say. That's when there's times where they had to go back and acknowledge all the graffiti artists, because it's not cool that I can just go there, take a picture, post it in a book, and sell that book for $50, $100. And then after that, I make $50 or $100 off that book, but you never even got like an invite or a signed copy. So there's sometimes there's a little backlash and behind it. But then I'm happy what you just said. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be able to see all those old ads, those old magazines, those old.
Look, eventually these guys are eating off these books because maybe commissions or whatever.
If they did the right paperwork and signed it.
What the graffiti?
Exactly.
Like
If
as far as being documented, like if you're in the subway art book, because I had it as a kid, and man, that was like my fucking Bible. I memorized half the shit who was in there. Like, oh man, that's this motherfucker. Oh man, like if I was like reading comic books, and so it left an everlasting impression on me.
Yeah, sure.
So-
but I'd run into people from that book homeless on the street.
Yeah.
You know,
In
because you know what? Then
1994,
these
like-
motherfuckers are not really marked. They didn't market themselves, or maybe they got involved with drugs,
Yeah,
which a lot of motherfuckers did.
Yeah,
Rest
you
in
know,
peace,
I'm
you know,
talking
good
about.
friend.
Yeah.
Stay high.
Yes.
You know, Wayne, rest in peace, Wayne. That was the dude, man. He's coming to Fat Beats. He was a hell of a guy, man. Very humble, chill.
You know, while we're on this topic, do you know cameraman Carl? The guy that did the
With-
video
He lost
grab.
bad weight and shit, yeah.
They raided his house
Back in
over
the
the
day.
video grabs.
Yeah.
And then they tried to, it wasn't Carl, it was another group of people. They tried to do like state your name. And I heard that they were talking about like bombing over the phone. Like, graffiti around, we call it bombing. But it got wrapped up in like some
Like bombing, like terroristic
like
shit.
like terrorist shit.
Wow.
And they like ran down on them. That's why State Your Name, like part 2 or whatever the next one was,
Never
never
came
came out. Yeah, they got raided.
Nah, I
and
wasn't
shit.
aware of that, man. That's the history shit.
It's
that I
real
don't
in
know.
the field. But yeah, so I remember like we were trying to figure out when I first met you.
Yeah,
So I guess we can say Santos was one of the places
absolutely.
where I used to do a party with Just Blaze. If you
Man, I'm
remember.
telling you, it was the party of all fucking parties.
Just
And my man was a part of this shit. And I was lucky enough to, get down with Sear and all these other guys and be a part of that. I mean, you never knew who was there, man, for real.
So what are your memories of that time? Because you told me you met somebody special at the Santos
Oh, who
party.
did I meet, man? Fucking,
I think you said you met your wife.
well, I met my baby mom.
Baby mom, okay.
Yeah.
See, getting people in trouble.
Yeah. No wife, ain't no wife.
Like, what are you talking about? What's he talking about?
Chill.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, my daughter's mother.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was dating someone else, and she brought her.
You see
That's how we
the
met.
debaucheries going on there?
The fuckery,
You
definitely.
know what I'm saying? Yo, Santos was definitely
Yeah, man.
the fuckery was going on, bro.
We had second floor, the reggae room downstairs.
Oh man, if
I
those
think,
walls
who-
could talk, bro.
Who's running the reggae room?
That was Microdon, DJ Gravy. It was
And sometimes this guy was the Evil D's people's, not Walt, but that's his brother.
oh yeah, I need some.
remember they had that fucking secret back room?
Oh yeah,
That shit.
I love the
was-
secret back
yeah,
room.
in the end.
Yeah, that secret back
I
room.
love the
was
secret
place
back
to
room.
be. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh man, I had a lot of fun. And then it was Webster Hall, when you did Webster Hall.
Yeah, that was
How-
another. Yeah,
You're like you went to all the clubs. Like, what was what if you out of all of them? What was your favorite club in New York City?
The Limelight.
Limelight. Okay.
yeah. Limelight was.
Because of course I was still young and all that shit's new. It was new to me, man. I was getting in there at 16, 17 years old, and I'm telling you, you had everybody. You had you had like the whole the Pride group, the LG,
LGBT.
the whole that crew. But
Yeah.
then you had the like the hip hop crew. You had the hip hop crew. You had
It's
the
true.
drum and bass, and then you had the like it was a mix of
Fashion
people, bro.
crew, the fashion
yeah,
models.
it just It was nonstop. You never knew who you would bump into. You would never know what type of shit you get into.
And it felt like it was a movie. Like you just walk
Yeah,
into
for
a
sure, yeah.
old blade scene.
Son, aren't you happy that we actually went through all of that? And like, you see
I
how
wouldn't trade it for the world.
how boring it is now.
Definitely.
We were like out every weekend, bumping into each other and just having the time of our lives. Just,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Just literally walking into the club. You know, I gave him, I don't know if you have it with you, but I gave you the bands from Santos. Usually, you know, you can just walk in with that and line be all the way around the fucking
around the corner, yeah.
I used to walk straight in, bro.
Yeah, you used to pull
Like a
me
G.
in.
I used to love it, bro.
Like a fucking G. Like, hey,
It was like a high.
Yeah,
You
no,
on the line,
seriously,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, see you later.
coming looking fly, and everybody's looking at who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Exactly. I used to love it, bro.
Did
Yeah.
you go to Baja or like Sound Factory?
I used to go to Sound Factory, but Sound Factory, I think it was the last big club that closed down, and I was done with clubs early 2000s,
Okay.
and then I was hitting like like the lounges, APT,
Yeah.
you know,
You remember Tammany Hall?
Tammany Hall,
We did some things there too. We was in there for a little while.
yeah. What was the other spot? System, Envies, Carbon.
There was Twilo was around, so
Well, I was up the block from the tunnel. That was like drum and bass and electro music.
Yeah, you remember Exit?
Yeah. Well, Exit was Carbon.
Yeah.
Exit was a scam
Oh,
though, because
man.
they
Exit was
knew
just
you were
too
coming
big
in
and
with
too many
drugs,
problems and
and
dark
the
and
cops
drugs
would
and-
be right in that hallway,
Waiting for
was
your
just
ass.
crazy,
waiting
bro.
for you. Yeah.
Yo, you go in there, you be in there for all day, and you can just you be zoned out. You be somewhere on like the 4th floor, like
Yeah. Yeah, the
some
rooftop.
chick
was cool.
wilding, like yo, I gotta go home.
Yeah, Exit was ridiculous.
Oh, it was crazy, bro. If anybody knows about Exit, boy, I tell you. Woo.
Yeah.
Y'all probably talk way older than me because I don't know these places. Y'all talk.
Well, I mean, but you know Santos though, right?
yeah. I know Santos, and I went to Limelight like probably a couple years before. it
You have
closed
been
down.
you have been to Tammany Hall?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Joe's Pub was dope.
Yeah.
Joe's Pub, yeah, it's still around, right? They do like
Not
live
the way
shows.
it used to be,
Well,
but-
man.
Subs just open back up.
Yo, you remember
Jay
saying
in the one, anyone into Oak Close.
they had a little hole in the wall in Lower East Side called Bob's. You ever been to Bob's Bar?
Bob's, yeah. It's still up.
It's
right?
still up? Yeah. I don't know. That thing be you have to get in before 12 because they'll start letting the guys in. But once you get in, boy, the girls be on 1,000.
You know what's
Houston and Eldridge, Bob's Bar.
you know what's still around? Pianos. It's
Oh,
been
yeah,
around
Piano's
for,
another
like,
one.
Piano's
Piano's another one.
5 years
I-
or some shit.
Maybe I
Piano's
think I've
another
been there
one.
once.
It's
You
not
only
the
been there
same though, but it get some nights to be there.
Man,
I
that
haven't been there
upstairs
in a
be
long
lit.
time,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But what's
Pianos
popping
was a
now?
good
What's
time.
going on right now,
The
guys?
I'm
kids,
retired,
house
bro. I don't-
parties.
I
They
don't
don't
go
go
out.
to clubs no
I'm
more.
done.
They chill in people's
I
houses.
did all my shit.
So we've been doing.
Yeah.
We've been just throwing a lot of raves through the pandemic.
Yeah.
Raves. We did a hardcore show last night.
For real?
Yeah, under the skate park in the Hamilton Bridge.
Oh, nice.
We was there. We had like a good 100 people. Plus we had 3 bands, and we have a group of DJs, fucking bangers.
So wait, so y'all into the metal rock shit?
Man, we fuck with everything, man.
Yeah, I mean,
what I'm
anything
talking
that's
about.
really
my
the culture.
shit right there.
Anything that's really the
raves aren't
culture.
Really,
That's my
like,
shit.
I just started
rock.
getting more into it recently, but
Shouts to Danny Diablo, Isaac.
the DMS squad,
That's the
you
homie
know,
right there for me.
It's a
There's a-
scary scene.
You know what I'm saying? Going to, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm the type, I used to go to Roseland Ballroom, see Sepultura and Soulfly and Head P and all these bands and, you know what I'm saying, get all drunk and
Wall out and-
jump in the pit and just
Oh,
wild
yeah,
the
we
fuck
had
out.
mosh pits yesterday.
Oh, I would have loved it.
I'll show you
Any
videos
injuries?
after
Yeah,
Any injuries
yeah.
yesterday?
I'm sure there was.
I seen
That's
the kid
what I'm
bleeding. I
saying.
seen the kid bleeding, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a skate park. Kid fell, probably just scratched his face.
There's
Oh
a
my God.
there's
Saying,
a
mosh pit is
Guys are
serious.
animals, bro.
It's
A
sick.
mosh pit is serious, bro. You gotta be ready for that.
So-
Yeah, I seen
It's
it.
very physical.
they started throwing raves on 6th Street and like
Out
2nd
in the street.
Avenue.
Yeah, man, out in the open.
Yeah, right there. Like I
It's
found
been-
out about by
Popping. It's
accident.
been popping out everywhere.
Nah.
You know about this. You know about this.
Yes, they just pop. They do pop-ups everywhere.
Yes.
Well, he's been doing pop-ups with Avery Nice and what's the other dude's name?
And Sam, together they're fucking bangers and a few other of our friends. We make a nice family crew and we set up and we try to get into like raves. And yesterday was our first hardcore scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had 3 bands. Like I said, one was from Mexico,
Oh, nice.
and then 2 were from one was from Jersey, another one's from here, and then a few other performances. and just right in the skate park. And
you had a nice and you had a nice little
well, we were there to
turnout
like 10, 11.
So the turnout was nice, right?
Yeah, we had like over 100 people just in the skate park. People skating. We had contests. We had one of our friends, Dak PPP.
Yeah.
He hit up a local brand and they sponsored with like 20 T-shirts. We were doing small contests, giving the skaters T-shirts, water, beer. So fun, no violence. Like no one really, like I said, besides just the kid getting hurt and then just the smosh pit. One of our homies' knees popped out while he was moshing. Yeah, the dude's crazy.
Yo, get covered.
Yeah, bro.
Territory,
I was like, yo, bro. I was like, bro,
nice.
you're good. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep drinking and I'll be good.
Listen, I've seen people get knocked. I've seen people get knocked the fuck out in the pit, and people gotta pull them out, and then the shit just keeps on going.
We had like traffic thing that one of our homies fucking brought and just started throwing shit at people. Like it was wild.
I mean, you guys.
I got videos. I'll show you videos from last night.
Holy crap.
You guys should be like the It should be getting even better because now that we stuff is opening up.
Yeah.
So you probably gonna get an even
like I said,
bigger crowd.
we did
Slowly but surely, man.
we had a conversation yesterday. We did a good like 20 parties over this whole pandemic.
Oh, that's crazy.
And like I'm talking about in abandoned buildings and like just keeping the shit alive because honestly the club is not it.
Right.
Like you want $180 to get inside. Like for a fucking bottle. Like some clubs
$180 would be a deal.
Some clubs would only let you in if you're buying a bottle.
Right. Yeah.
And like,
or you
I don't
buying a
really-
table.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be here and getting drunk.
remember
for
that
no
shit
reason.
Bringing the honeys and you still gotta bring the bottle.
Yeah,
So
like,
hold on here.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just make sure everyone have fun and we still like get our marketing thing because fucking Bangers is a group of DJs that we want to blow up and then so are our friends. You get me? Like, and the other bands that were there, they brought their own instruments. They had a whole band set. They just came in, pulled up to the skate park, took all the shit out, set up, and just set it back down.
So how do you guys do y'all promote this from like the Instagram? Because I know the Instagram is like a collective
Yeah, but
thing.
for the most part, since the raves for the most part, we keep it like just word of mouth.
Oh, okay.
And then shit blows up.
Underground.
Wow.
There was
like almost like how back in the day.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
We don't put addresses out, and like if it's gonna be something very illegal, we don't put no
Right.
names and nothing.
No, that's good. Because that's how the ones in Greenpoint got shut down. Because
you know, we went to that and it got shut down.
yeah, they put it up everywhere, posted the shit up everywhere. and
Thousands of people started heading over.
Nah,
and
you can't do that. Like
there
you
was
said.
there was one in the bridge, the Kurosawa Bridge, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
There was over 3,000 people. But this was like the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh,
And that was just like
see,
someone
they-
posted
they
it.
was
Yo,
messing with
come
that
here
COVID.
at this time.
That COVID gun. They were spinning the gun on that one.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, no. I mean, if you're really aware of that, if you really care, you don't care, that's up to you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
no one's
yeah.
putting a gun in your face.
Yeah, it's an opinion. I mean, it's like
But-
everybody has their own.
It's. I mean, you can wear a mask. You go and wear a mask, like if you want to.
At that point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
That's a fact.
And that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. Like, yo, I can show you videos from all these parties we did, and it's just people like mosh. That's what we need, though. That's what we needed.
Right.
You know, everything wants to keep it separated, like 6 feet distance, and do this and do that.
Yeah.
But yo, we're not that kind of people. Like
Right.
as humans, we need to be social.
Right.
We need to take all of our anger out. Not it's gonna happen like the fucking, you know, the riots that we had.
Got a
over the
nervous
years.
breakdown somewhere.
Yeah,
Like,
all that
oh.
shit. Like it's not. I don't know.
So I kind of want to talk about the space because it seems like you guys have like a studio that you're working out of or a gallery.
It is a gallery.
That's the collective.
So, us as DRS Collective. He's on the music side. I more on the events, and you know, like also do some music, but more towards the events. We're under the Art Fund Galleries umbrella, which is a nonprofit, where they activate vacant lots that no one ever rents or uses. And then eventually when we're in there, we put up artwork, we do events, we see that there's traffic coming in, and then eventually people end up renting the places.
Oh wow!
Yeah, last month, 2 out of our 3 galleries, got rented out.
Oh, nice.
We had those 3 galleries for a while, for about a year, and then we did a big show. A week later, boom.
They rent it.
Literally, the week later, they were.
But good thing we gained a real big one in the downtown area of Newark, which was where all the traffic is, and it's close to Penn Station,
It's
so
like 2 or
it's
3 blocks
it's a
from Penn
prime location. But the space where I'm in right now, it's a little bit off the downtown area, but nonetheless, it's, you know, I'm just trying to make a scene, man. You know, like nothing is popping in Newark like that, and I'm just trying to make it different.
You got a business model. Like, you got a real business model. Like, you could take this very
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
You know?
I believe so. And
Just gotta stay with it.
I try to bring New York, the tri-state area, all different artists, from tattoo artists to photographers to graffiti artists. I try to put everybody down, give everybody a platform. You know, because we're all in the culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
This graph in hardcore, in the people who play jazz music, they write, you know, hip hop scene, and it's worldwide, man. It's just very broad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to give it a platform in Newark, and then eventually just spread out, right? That's what we want to do. We want to branch
Yeah, of
out.
course. We got homies in Miami. Like, I go to Miami almost every year for or either our Basel or we just got friends over there now.
Mm-hmm.
We got our friend Irv from a Soho Gallery, Soho Walk Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
He does he's doing an event this month down in Miami. He has a location and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like just kind of grow it, just like the way Graph did. Like, Graph started in the Bronx,
Mm-hmm.
it just blew up Universal. Like, same way. We trying to like create the culture, like,
Right.
keep it solid in Newark, because there's so much things going on. Like, you know, there's art everywhere, but there's always like the political art. There's always gonna be that group of artists that the city just covers, that all the fundings and all that stuff that goes to them. And we kind of just want to do the same thing for our people, because we don't get the graffiti writers don't get respect
Nah,
in the you know, in the street art world.
It's the black cloud,
When it
you know,
comes to
with
that.
the redhead stepchild of art, you know.
I mean, I feel like street art has like a bubble, you know,
Yeah.
like it'll get very hot like once a decade or something, and then whoever got hot during that bubble gets discounted when the bubble breaks. You know,
I think it all depends.
I
on the
think right
artist.
now we're not in a bubble for street art.
It's too many of them out there right now, and you really have to be either out there paying your dues in the streets. At the end of the day, it's about paying dues the right way. If you don't blow up, do it the right way. You have these fucking guys. I don't want to give them no clout, but no, ranting over other motherfuckers with little fucking characters, whack characters. Then you get punched in the face for it, for violating.
Sure.
You know, like, but he's getting, you know, a pub for doing that shit. That's not the right way of doing things, man. That's like, you know, ass backwards against what we're about.
It's just toy shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's like a rule set with graffiti where it's like
Invisible rule book.
yeah, invisible rule book, right? So, you know, you can take a tag and then someone could do like a throw up over your tag.
It depends though, to a certain amount.
Depends on the person.
Yeah,
Then somebody
They
could do
still
a
get
filling
hurt
over
over
your.
that shit.
If
someone do
the
filling
homie's
over
dead,
it.
don't touch it.
Oh yeah, well,
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah, but
depends.
some
Whether
people-
there's a tag, a hollow, a character, or whatever. Like, if he's dead,
I agree with you, but a lot of people may not know that person's dead. It depends on the person.
then you
who's
should get
doing
punched
it.
in the face. You should do your research before you touch a wall.
I guess. You
This is
know?
how graph is, in my opinion. I mean, I'm the
guess.
youngest one here, but I grew up around the older heads, like, that taught me how to do the graph shit. And that's what it is. Like, you respect the dead, and that's it. And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more like lenient when it comes to that stuff. Because I was a kid at one point in time that didn't know shit and just had a spray paint can.
I guess.
And that's the
know.
last thing you're thinking about.
So, you know, I've made mistakes.
Yeah, but there's still rules, man. Like,
Yeah. I
even
know.
if
I
you don't
broke.
know, like,
I know, but you know, that's why I'm a little bit more understanding. 'Cause
But that's the
I
thing,
was once that kid.
You have Instagram. You have everything in your hand right now. You should have everything. Like, before, like I said, you have to go outside and do your research just on foot. Now you have everything in your phone. Like, you could go on Instagram and find out who's dead and who's not, who's doing this and who's not.
That's true.
So, like, I don't see any excuse for none of that. Because that's just, you know, like, if you're a graffiti writer, whether you're 15 or 14, you have enough logic to know what's good and bad.
And you should take initiative to fucking learn the history a little bit.
exactly.
You're right. I mean, you know, I was listening to an interview yesterday, and they were talking about how like graffiti's not really attached to like the rap culture like it used to be.
Not
like,
looking for.
why do you think that is? Like, why?
Because
you think
there's not someone from our culture in that world right
Advocating
now.
it.
you don't?
No, bro. The hip hop that we're listening to now is not the hip hop
Yeah.
that we, you know, that is from here, from the real
Definitely
culture.
straight away from the,
So-
you know, from the original. You know?
So now that you said what you just said about the music industry and stuff, what do you think about all these musicians now getting artists to start doing album covers and things like that? We have Kanye with Cause, we have Kanye again with Takashi Murakami, you have Travis Scott with what's the guy name? Now I can't even get his name now. The one that make those funny faces. The one who did Kanye West's album cover. The other one, the Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Shout out to
Condo. So, you know, I mean, what do you think about those kind of artists that's now getting into like album covers and stuff like that? And then Cause,
he was original Dre City writer. He was a bomber. He tagged. He started off like all of us. Paid his dues. He was at the right place at the right time. He blew up. And why not, man? You know, he paid his dues. He did his thing. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's a different scale of artwork. Shout out to fucking Chris Haven. He did the front cover for the West Side Guns album, the one with the face with the lines.
Mm-hmm.
He's a homie from Colorado. I met him in Miami.
Yeah, definitely
But
homie.
he's
so yeah, I mean, it's there.
It's a different scale though, but it comes back like you start from the bottom, like all of us did. And if you take it to that top, then congratulations to you and much more respect to you. But you start from the bottom. You don't come somewhere from, you know, the guy's not like a guy from Ohio coming over here doing a mural and then thinking that, you know, he's the king of New York. I think that's why it's a little bit different. But like if you want to take your art and your talent to that other level, it's great. That's why we kind of want to do, at least personally, this is the reason why I want to do this collective in Newark, and just to start everywhere to give our own people that extra platform to show more than just graph. Because I personally believe that a lot of our graffiti friends have more talent than just graph and letters. Like you could do a lot more art and like that, you know, that gallery show, like that mentality where we want to kind of like sell your artwork for thousands of dollars, how these other people do it, is how we should do it. But it's our own people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's different. Like respect from the bottom. Like, you know, like you earn your stripes. I've seen you grow up, you know, or I've seen you like take your art from a tag to extra amounts. Like you could do fucking statues if you want to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like look at Katsu. He's having drone tags. You get me? He has a spray and a drone, and then he's doing just extra crazy shit with it.
Yeah, and that the drone tags were fucking crazy.
Yeah, like that's just a different level, but it's still,
Definitely.
you know, it's still graph in a way. He did, you know, he's a very well respected dude.
You know, I kind of have like myself like an inner turmoil about like the commercialization of graffiti.
Well,
You know,
that's what I'm saying. It's different. So like graph, letters, to me personally, just me personally, in my personal opinion, graph, letters, tags, all of that deserve and belong in the street. When we go to galleries, I want to see your other side of the talent. Like, what else can you do besides that?
But you have bombers also.
Yeah, well, that's what
don't
I'm
do-
saying.
They're not artists at all. They're just straight fuck. All they know how to do is
I definitely
their throws,
disagree
and
with
then-
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, my throw up I've worked on it for like 30 years. Of course, you know, I feel like there's some artistry behind it.
Yeah.
You know, but I get what you're saying. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's almost like obsessive compulsive.
Because look, we have
disorder.
for example, we have friends. Shout out to Ilachek. Like he's a bomber. He likes to bomb, but then his artwork is amazing. Just like a few of our other friends. Like we have very talented people in the graph community, but sometimes we just want to like stay here and only be good at just letters and like doing this and that.
Oh, I think you'd be well-rounded.
And then
definitely.
sometimes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we could all like learn and push each other to be well-rounded and kind of push ourselves to, you know, be a little bit better and like talented-wise, not just letters and tags and just improving your color schemes and all of that, but I'm talking about like full artists. You could do a lot of things, like all of us.
No, you don't just limit yourself just to to graph. But I also believe just in the graph, you should be well-rounded also. You should be able to do a throw-up, bomb and piece at the same time. If you want to flip a straight, nice little fucking letter with arrows and whatever, you could do it. If you want to throw a throwaway out, you can do it. You should be well-rounded as a writer. Be a complete writer.
You know, there's a lot of people that kind of came from like, I guess like the school of Cap, right? Where they just kind of do the
They
same
just bomb
throw.
and that's it.
Yeah,
Just destroy.
like
But that's
one
too.
of
That's the raw essence
people.
of graph. But again, that doesn't really like belong in a gallery. It belongs in the street. It looks a lot better when it's bigger and it's a big ass blockbuster in the street.
But you have these fans. Our mutual friend, the Mayweather of graffiti collecting. There's a local guy that we know down there. He has a huge collection of fucking writers, like almost like a mini museum.
It is. His house is a mini museum. Shout out to Hex.
he's out of hand. I call him the Mayweather because he talks just like he is Mayweather of the collection, the graffiti collecting. But you do have these collectors. Like they collect them like fucking baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And you have the fans who are fans of bombers only. And there is a market for bombers, I suppose.
Yeah, there
people people will pay all types of money for a JA fucking throwaway
or
tag.
like a V-Fur or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. Yeah.
Ease is selling $5,000 canvases of just a stack.
I think it
You
all
may
depends on the
decorate it and
person.
stuff like that, but
yeah,
the dude got up.
it's the same thing over and over and over again. You're right. Yeah, I'm more of a fan of that stuff
Yeah, the raw
because
shit.
I like the illegality of
Yeah,
it.
all of that.
I agree with you. Like, you see it in the street, that's the way you have to see it.
Yeah.
Because when you see it in the gallery, it feels like almost going to a zoo and like seeing a tiger in a cage.
Yeah.
You're taking the power away from the animal.
Yeah.
So what else you guys have planned? It seems like you're very busy. Where
should
are you gonna take
talk
this?
about the documentary.
Two
You've been in
documentaries.
yeah.
Beds of Art was a project with Duo of Lords of the Underground and Redman. We were painting beds to give to the needy kids in Newark
Mm-hmm.
who don't have beds or in need of a bed. So we decorated them. Myself, my boy Illichek, Slim, and Poncho, which are they're just local artists, just artists. They're not graffiti artists.
Mm-hmm.
So we painted the beds, and then we were being filmed, documented while we were painting it.
Mm.
It just got released last week, as well as Graphhead's documentary, which was more of a graffiti-based documentary, tri-state area, Harlem, Bronx, some Bronx writers, Jersey
He
writers.
wants to Trenton, I think.
Just asking this question. It might be a question that anybody will ask. You're not painting the mattress or nothing. You're painting like the headboard or
Yeah,
something like
headboards,
that. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because I'm like, okay, if I want to sleep after the bed dries up, you know what I mean? All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
So those two documentaries were released on the same week, which was a good look.
Yeah.
Just had a commission last year where I painted a Marshall P. Washington, which was a activist in the Stonewall in the Village in the late 70s, I believe. She passed away. And they asked me to do myself, Slim, and Malcolm Rowling two faces in memory in memory of her.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago, someone painted over it,
Really?
and they consider it as an act of hate. We started getting a lot of media coverage over it, and that they raised money for us to paint it.
Paint it back.
Yeah. Patricia Arquette was one of the biggest donators.
I heard about what happened. I heard
And
about this
Elizabeth,
on the
yeah,
news.
that was us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So that's the next project, which is this Thursday. We'll be repainting it.
Oh, so you haven't repainted it yet?
No, this Thursday. Yeah, they raised the money and then
Right.
we're ready to go. Another show, July 17th in Morristown, New Jersey, where we're going to have Pace One, Young Z, my boy West Nile. They're going to be performing on the hip-hop tip, on the rap tip. I'm going to be painting as well as other artists, doing live painting. It's a neighborhood thing, funded by the city and a couple of gentlemen locally. And it's pretty much for the kids to keep the culture alive, to
Right.
teach them and stuff like that. Shows in September. We're doing the monthly in Harrison. My boy SP, Mr. Len. It's going to be DJing, playing wherever the fuck they want. I'm going to be DJing myself, playing wherever the fuck I want. It's more like a vibe stuff industry night.
In the
this-
green room.
Is this Pace One from the Outsiders?
Yes.
Wow. That's a great group.
Yeah, they were.
Claire Warren
Yeah.
there. Those were good fucking
That was the
songs.
shit.
Yeah.
Rod Digger, a couple other guys in there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be in the green room.
in the green room in Harrison.
okay.
It's not that far from the train station.
He's always working with Bangers and our other producer DJ Monsi on new projects. It's just busy, man. I'll keep him moving.
And then you did some shirt collaboration, right?
Correct. With Falsehood, my boy Lung.
Yeah.
He's doing a writers collaboration series. A was Ader from Brooklyn.
B was Bates.
I was C. D is gonna be Dual.
Yeah, D's gonna be dual RIS.
As far as I remember, Emo,
Emo is yeah. E is emo and F is F.
and that's all I know for now.
Fism from the XCC crew.
So it's guys.
This is actually one of his stuff. This is his collab. He has a C in the back.
Nice hat.
The C in the back,
Nice.
and then the falsehood is the tag that he did. So he has a hoodie, t-shirts, and hats. So each writer is going to has same pieces. So basically, a writer's gonna do a design
Right.
for a
In their
tag,
style.
a throwy, and a piece. So and then each one goes. So like a tag goes into the hat, the throwy goes into the t-shirt, and then the
So
piece goes into the.
Where can they find this stuff?
The website, their Instagram is falsehood.lives on Instagram, and then right there is the bio, the link in the bio,
Right.
and it's a whole alphabet. So basically, from A to Z, it's gonna be different writers, and we're gonna just try to keep it, like bombers, like actual graphics. It's not just art, not artists. We're talking about bombers.
straight, yeah.
Right,
People
right.
that did it.
You ever think
And
about
his opinion, influential writers.
Do you ever think about getting false to maybe like do the falsehood? thing
Maybe,
with it?
but we see what happens. Right now, this is my partner. Falsehood is, he's my partner. I'm associated with him, but
Right.
basically his ideas. Basically, he has
He's
it.
he has his own creative.
Yeah,
outlook
he
on
has
it.
his own creative outlook on, and then the connections that we've been getting. Shout out to Duo. He's been helping us kind of like link up for the rest of the letters.
You guys gotta write a press release and take it to like Montana or something, right?
We'll see what happens. Only good work to know.
That's the move right there. Get someone that can write. I'm sure someone's gotta be writing on your team because you guys wouldn't have gotten this far without.
Well, yeah, we're all writers.
Well, no, like typing.
Oh well, yeah, he's
to submit a proposal or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
that's
that.
all.
I got someone special for that.
He's the brain for all of that, and he knows how to do that.
All right.
But that's a nice little
we'll see
collective
what's
that
up.
you're doing. And
Yeah, we
nice.
try to make it happen, man. Because no one's doing it. Not the way we're doing it.
And if the time comes, y'all could do a little baby book. Like every letter there for different artists.
That was his idea. He did have something like that. I want you to do an actual show with all the original screens of the shirts, and every screen has like the letters and the throwaway of the shirts.
It'll be hot. Concept.
Yeah, we're working on just a lot of things, but like basically for the culture, by the culture,
Right.
not just someone coming here trying to.
And
just invade
yeah,
it.
exactly.
and still throughout all this, we're still painting, day in day out. That never stops, man. I'm 43 years old and I'm still doing this shit. I love it.
That's great.
That's all that matters. You love what you're doing.
I just had a birthday pass, so
Yeah,
I
related.
can relate. Thank you. I can relate.
With the 24, right?
Yeah.
Four.
I stopped counting that at 35. You know what I'm saying? But so Don D, what you got working on real quick before we peace out?
As of right now, I told you we
You
have
got the restaurant going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the restaurant
Well, Azia, my homegirl from Hustle in Brooklyn. Her father's like a very good, famous producer from like Bad Boys and Michael Jackson and all those people like that. So her family's been doing music and stuff. And me, I'm just the art guy. So she was like, "Yo, we have a pop-up restaurant at the Tilray Hotel. I think we have it for like another week or two, and then they close it down and they redo it all over again, different location, or maybe we use the same location." But I came involved because she was like, "Yo, we need that art touch." So then I end up raided in my house with like 3 girls. Oh, I want this. Oh, we want that piece. We want this. We want that. And they just took a whole bunch of prints and paintings and stuff like that, and they decorate their place, and it looks good. I mean, I love it. Makes me want to like say like if I ever have a restaurant, I definitely want
That's the
like
thing we're
art.
looking for.
Yeah, that's
You
kind of
know.
what I've been trying to see what I could do back in Jersey. Trying to see if we could kind of come together with restaurants and kind of.
It's worth it, bro. It's worth it. And then you have like every week we have a different theme. So Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, but because we're Caribbean, so we add like a Caribbean touch to the tacos. So we have, so we do have the tacos. Then we
jerk chicken tacos.
bro, it works, bro. You be seeing it, I don't know how it works, but it works.
No, it's
Get hungry already.
Exactly. So we got the Tuesday tacos. I think Wednesday is Afro soul beat type of thing. So they do like the, like everybody's into the African music. With
And they play music. And
yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's cool. Then think when Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is gay pride night. So that night I was scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love them. I respect them. But man,
they came out that night.
they were throwing water on themselves, smashing the. I was like, and then I was
Listen,
like,
they was having a good time, buddy.
they was having a great time.
Let them have a good time, buddy. Let them have a good time, buddy.
And then Friday there's like an exotic night, so we had like girls stripping, but like nice though. We had like a pit, so you put your money, you could throw cash, whatever you want to do, or you could change your money into dollars that goes to cash for them. And the girls were dancing, they was having a good time. It wasn't too much where they was doing crazy, and the cops got to come over. It's like right there in the open, everybody can enjoy, and they there doing their thing. Then after that, Saturdays and Sundays come as more like a chill thing where people come DJ, have fun, and enjoy themselves. But other than that, back to reality. Just working, hustling, making gold, jewelry, chilling.
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this one up. This was
It's a good one.
it was a good one, and you actually didn't walk out.
Yeah. I mean, that only happened
get
once.
upset.
So.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't get upset.
Yeah, can I just give a small shout out?
Yeah, go ahead,
All right,
definitely.
so shout out to Falsehood for one. Anyone that wants to follow and buy any merch, Falsehood.lives on Instagram. And also, if you ever want to like just rave for a little bit of party, follow us fucking bangers at fucking bangers at 3 p.m. And
How's that spelled?
with no vowels. Yeah, good
Yeah,
question.
because he'll find his way
That's a
over
good
there.
question. That's a good question.
Yeah, he'll find his way over there. He likes the whole aesthetic of it, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna give everyone's Instagram
Yeah.
out. So basically, anyone that wants to follow us can follow us. Fucking bangers at 3 p.m. is FCKNG.BANGRZ.3 p.m. So basically, fucking bangers with no vowels. The collective is the DRS Collective, and that's basically me and Sense Galleries shows and like anything that's coming up there.
Right.
And then what I do with the music is called the Right Sound. So it's basically DA Right Sound.
Okay.
And that also stands for like DRS, so it all goes together.
All right, we'll go together.
Yep.
Different meanings to it.
Different meanings, so yeah. But if we saw the same collective, we all just have different, plans with it, or how we want to take this.
So Don, we'll start with you. Where would you like people to find you on the social media internets? If you want, you can say you don't, and then
No,
we'll
you can
just
find me
move on.
anywhere you want. Just look up Don D87, DOND 87. Everything comes up. And the jewelry brand King Midas NYC, KINGMIDAS NYC, and name DOND 87.
Okay.
You can find me.
Where can they find you? If you want to be found on the internets.
You can find me at jersey.j, Jaee.
Okay.
That's what everyone's calling me, Jay. If you ever want to holler at me, talk to me personally, DM me, any questions. I'm very open-minded, and like to learn new things. So whenever everyone wants to, holler at me, whatever. Maybe some bands or artists you want to come perform on any of these illegal parties. And
or legal parties.
or legal
whatever,
parties
you know.
too, yeah, because we do
Legal.
the gallery.
Hey,
Yeah, well, listen, we do a little bit of everything.
We do a
yeah.
little bit of everything. We got a little bit of everything for everybody. So CENT, where can he find you?
You can find me on IG, CENT_PFE. And that's my main thing, man. Find me on there, follow me. I'm always posting new shit,
Right.
new events. So always welcome to come by.
And
you
if
know.
they want to inquire about buying any of your artwork, where did it go?
Likewise.
Same thing?
Yeah,
Same
send, or we also post some of the artwork that we do in the art show, so like the DRS Collective.
Okay, cool.
Either or.
All right. Because people see stuff like, oh, let me see how much that is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're still building the brand up, so we're gonna eventually go to a website and eventually just start having a.
Our own gear and.
Yeah, with the pandemic, closed down a lot of things, and like even the events, like we was basically closed down. We couldn't even do an event even with the pandemic because Newark just the mayor just basically shut it down completely. Even now, you got to close at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. All the food spots close at 8 o'clock.
It's not. I don't. Yeah. So
It sucks.
yeah, it's not worth it right now.
Gosh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Gosh. GK.
Yeah.
The $1 million question.
No, I don't. You still edit the name into the front of the video, right?
Not sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, so maybe you can edit it in this week.
Oh, man, real.
Yo. Okay, and on that note, you can find me on Instagram, Polo Parata, the Sufi Podcast, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're on every podcast provider that you can find. We're on YouTube. Come check out our Patreon. You can get episodes early, Patreon-only merchandise. And, yeah, I mean, thanks for all the people that told me happy birthday. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we're going to end it off. CENT, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
having me.
Thank you for coming.
One
having
thing,
us.
let me
Yeah.
give a couple shots. My brother,
definitely.
My brother Cole, Donnie G, which he stepped out for a smoke.
Yeah, shout
My
out.
boy Illichek, my boy Monsi, Lord Sear. Did I mention him already?
Sure.
I gotta mention him. That's my other brother right there.
No, but listen, we'll definitely have you along again.
Yeah,
Sure.
Because you're moving and shaking, so eventually, what I'm saying, he'll come back around.
Of course, we'll
Yeah.
always cross
Yeah.
cross paths, and
Yeah, so it's only a matter of time.
for sure.
It's only like a part one
Yeah.
of an ongoing series. But yeah, we'll check you guys next week. I think we have the Mega
Mega Gala,
part 2.
that's the homie right there.
Yeah, he'll be here next week. So tune in. You guys have a great Sunday. Sufi Podcast. Ciao.
Be safe.
That was awesome.